So we're going to move into development 2. Now that's the EEOC guidelines from 2012 as well as Article 23A. So New York State has had Article 23A on the books. It's New York State Correction Law, Article 23A, for years and years and years. In 2009, they amended the law to require a notification, okay? So you know how you have all your postings for your employees? Now, even though it really applies to applicants, you can put it with those postings. So essentially, you're posting the whole Article 23A, which is like a page and a half, up with your postings. And it says that, you know, if somebody has a criminal history, you will make sure, you know, you will assess it on a case-by-case basis instead of having a policy that says, we're not gonna hire anybody with a criminal record. You can do that through the assessment process, just don't write your policy like that, okay? So we've had this Article 23A on the books for quite a while. The EEOC decides to come up with guidelines, and like I just said, the EEOC does not make laws, they make recommendations, guidelines. And their guidelines were essentially that you have to look at criminal convictions on a case-by-case basis, and you have to assess how long it's been, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm looking at it, you know, everybody in the industry is getting a little anxious, up in arms, that kind of stuff. I'm looking at it and I call an attorney friend of mine and I said, is this really any different than Article 23A? And she's like, no. The thing about the EEOC guidelines is they're national, and they're guidelines. And we operate in almost every state. You know, so it does affect our clients who aren't familiar with like an Article 23A. But a lot of our business is in New York, and for New York employers, you should already be complying with Article 23A. And if you are, and something happens because you're doing an assessment based upon somebody's criminal record in the background check, and because you're following that, it should correlate with the EEOC, so you should have documentation then to show that you're not being causing disparate impact under Title VII.